This is my gorgeous Xiaomi 17 Ultra. Let me tell you, you can use a lot of nice templates for watermarks and get the model number, which I think is pretty cool, but what is even way cooler is the fact that you can get also information about the camera. And since these devices have a lot of cameras, now this one has only 3 by the way, yeah, you can get mixed up with apertures and also shutter speeds and etc. So if you're doing comparisons, this is a very good thing, or let's say you just want to give your photos like an artistic look. And this thing here is my brand new S26 Ultra that is already my main daily driver. And yeah, I try to wear it without a case. I love this, but it's very expensive and it's very slippery. So I'm now rocking the Armor Air case by Banks. I did a whole video reviewing Banks cases for the S26 Ultra lineup. There is also an affiliate link, 15% code if you want to use that. Anyway, back to the video. So yeah, this is what you're gonna get when you try to use the standard Samsung Galaxy watermarks. And they're very basic. I'm gonna snap a photo together with you, so you're getting the model number here, right? Which ain't ideal. So there are some customization options. If you go inside the camera settings and you click on the cogwheel, you scroll to the watermark. Well, you can get the model name. You can also put the date, the time. You can change the font and the alignment. Just go left, right, or in the center, up and down. But what frustrates me is the fact that there is no way to get the camera information unless using some third-party tools and stuff like that. So it's definitely not very easy to get something like this, what I have on the Xiaomi. But what if I tell you there is a proper way to get something close? Probably not as good as what we have on the Xiaomi on other Chinese phones, but we can get the model number not with a random font, with the official original Samsung font, and we can get here some photo information such as the ISO. We can get also the camera. Why? Well, I know this is 23mm f1.4 and that's the main camera. Also the shutter speed and also the date. And the best part of this is, yeah, there is a Samsung app for that. So let me tell you how that's done. First thing first, you need to go inside store. Click the search button and start typing assistant. Now, why assistant, guys? Because there's so many things that I think I'll never understand. Like, why the hell do we have so many apps that are doing same things, or let's say are using the same group of things, and they're different apps, such as the camera assistant, and then the sound assistant, and then the display assistant. And yeah, we're looking here for the gallery assistant. And I think in the end it makes sense, right? So if you're a basic user, you're gonna use your gallery, you're gonna use your volume setting, your camera, your display. But if you wanna get more settings, then there is this assistant thing. But the thing is, it's not so straightforward, so you need to go and download and set it up. And for the camera, the way it's implemented, I think it's pretty neat, because once you install the camera assistant, there's going to be the camera assistant tab. And this is very, very important, because from here you're able to do tons of settings. I did a whole video, by the way. And also from here you can enable the 24MP resolution. And when you click on this, you can also try to keep this as a setting, which is going to enable finally a 24 megapixel here in the standard camera. This is not the expert RAW. But let's go back. All right, you have downloaded the display assistant. So the logic dictates, yeah, this is going to be some more stuff to be done with the gallery. And this is kind of true, right? Because you can do crazy things like this. Funny thing is, inside the gallery, when you go inside the settings and you go and click on about gallery, you can tap here like crazy on the version number, and then you're going to get access to gallery labs. But apparently there are not so many things right now for the latest One UI 8. You can see only actually one option. Anyway, now with the gallery assistant, once you open it, you get this menu. And if you're not familiar with Samsung design language, well, this is very similar to other things like the Memory Guardian. So it's definitely like Samsung UI, but it's also not very intuitive. But yes, the add watermark is from here. So now let me show you how that's done. You have a photo, all right? There are several requirements. This should not be a 200 megapixel photo, and also the photo should not have a watermark. What I'm gonna do right now, open the camera, all right, watermark is on. I'm gonna snap one photo with the watermark, this is this, and then I'm gonna snap one photo without the watermark, okay? So now I'm gonna go back to the display assistant. I want to show this because I believe it's important. So if I now select the photo, you know, with the watermark, yeah, you can see the selected file cannot be used, which is a bit frustrating, but I think it makes sense. So now when I click here, right, yeah, it does not work. So I have to click here, I have to deselect this one, I have to select the proper one without the watermark. And now when I click here, yeah, here it is. So here we have basically these two main big options. You can show this as a frame or as an overlay. Now the overlay isn't that bad. It's pretty similar to the stock functionality. You can also try to use a logo, but you need to add the logo. So again, you probably should use like a PNG transparent file. You can do the date anyway. this is what I'm looking for. Show in frame. And here we have two options. You can go with that or you can go with that. This is going to put some other things here. I think this is the date on the left right corner. And what is kind of cool is that you have basically two options. You can go with a black frame or a white frame. So honestly, I'm using this one at the moment. So I'm going to show you how this thing looks like. So let's say if I want to apply this, the way it works is I need to press save and I have two options. I can say this is a copy, by the way, or override my picture. Now I've decided to override it and you can see, I mean, this looks pretty good. Again, we have the original Samsung font. We get all the camera properties, ISO. Okay, we have the lens, we have the aperture, we have the shutter speed, and also the date where you have taken the picture. But the gallery assistant is so much more powerful and I'm going to demonstrate this to you in this video. So reduce size. I'm gonna pick a huge photo. This is almost 30 megabytes. All right, it's probably 100 megapixels. From here I can go with the slider and shrink it. I can decide if I wanted like 40 megabytes or probably just 5 megabytes, and then I'm gonna save it as a copy. And what it's gonna do, it's going to reduce this photo. Right, you can see now when I open the photo, all right, one image was resized, it was almost 30 megabytes, now it's only 5 megabytes. Now, of course, this is going to take away some of the good things from the photo, but if you want to share this with some friends, that's probably a way to go. Then we have the rotate and flip. I think that's kind of understood. So rotate and flip is something you can easily do with a normal gallery. You can do like this or that or flip. And there's also like the straighten thing, which is not going to work on all the photos. You need to know this. And then we have the image clipper. Extract parts of images to save as stickers. So let's say you want to create a sticker. Okay, I can click here and you can see it's going to use AI to create a sticker for me with just the parts that it was able to do, like a cutout from. Okay, this is not the best example, but okay, you see the speaker was cut out. Now, the add watermark is kind of cool. I already showed this to you, and now I want to show you compare images. This is really, really cool. Until now, I had to use a dedicated app, third-party app called Photo Compare, but now with the Gallery Assistant, I can do this, and I'm going to show you how this works. I'm going to select these 4 pictures. I'm going to press down, and boom, here we have it. I do believe this is like 12, 24 MP, 50 MP and 200 MP, right? And you can see this is very, very good for comparisons. Now, probably not as powerful as the other one, but still, I mean, you can do some basic photo comparison with a stock application that is the Gallery Assistant. Then you can save as PDF, you can print, this is very obvious. And then we have also enhanced AI. And this is even tricky because this thing is going to roll out a different app. But anyway, you can do tons of cool things from here. Let me show you, by the way, because when you go here, there's gonna be plugins, right? And there are tons of crazy things you can download, like Film Style or Cinematic Glow or Sky Guide. So this is apparently a modular app, and you can use this app to do crazy good things. So I'm gonna do something right now to show you. If I press on the magic, it's gonna use AI. It's gonna try to bump up the HDR a bit, like it's going to make it more dramatic and stuff like this, but you can adjust manually this thing. So if you don't want to use like straight the magic button, see here, this is the regular. With the magic, it is popping up the contrast. I think the sky is more blue and stuff like this. Let me show you something that is really, really cool. If I click here, right, besides the standard brighten things, and you can now apply how much brighter you want to get the photo or not. So this is kind of cool. Besides this, we're gonna have also the HDR toggle. So if you want to put more HDR, right, it's gonna apply this, and you can check. So like this is the regular photo, boom, more HDR. Of course, we'll get it like over processed, but you see the gist of it. It's very powerful. Also, you can use this thing to colorize photos. Like you have a very old family photo album. Right now, you can use this tool to artificially colorize your pictures. This is not a good example because it's not a black and white photo, but I want to show you some other cool stuff. You can remove shadows, fix blur, remove haze, denoise, fix lens distortion, remove reflection, fix moire and sharpen. Oh my, I mean, a lot of things. And now I'm going to show you like a very cool trick. I can artificially create a 24 hours time lapse on almost all the photos, and honestly, the results are not that bad. All right, so let me just play this for you. And yeah, it comes with music. All right, it took my photo, guys, and it created an artificial time lapse. I mean, how cool is that? All right, all with the power of AI. Is this AI slop? Probably, but is it cool? I think it is. Right now, I can click on face, and you can see here I can smoothen out my face like that. All right. And I can change the tone of my face. I can change, I think, the shape of my eyes. With this, I can go for like the mega chud look if I want. But you see, it's really, really powerful. And the good thing is, yeah, it comes here as a free stock app from Samsung called the Gallery Assistant. Now, one recommendation I would have for Samsung, guys, make this pre-installed because I think it makes sense. Let me know what you think down below in the comments. Stay safe, we see you and bye.